Get in it. What are you going to do when you're in it?
Oh.
Okay, we're at the well, we're actually behind the Codfather at Wakefield. What we've come for is fish and chips. It's carrying over a little bit of grease there. Okay. Shame about all that grease going on, but I'm going to get some of these chips. Again, still a little bit of oil coming through everywhere here. A little bit of grease, I should say, from the beef dripping. Get in it. What are you going to do when you're in it?
Oh.
I'm gonna tell you, yo, the boys on the estate, yo.
Yeah. Is there a gang name or anything? No. Look at all them chips. That is a massive portion of chips. You know, this, and you know what? The chips look absolutely great. Mmm. Those chips are nice. And my wife's done a runner with the rest of the fish because that's going to be hers. Well, that actually looks fantastic, doesn't it? I mean, that's a mountain of chips, although not the crunchiest, a little firm in places. Those scraps more than make up for it, adding that bit of crunch. They are tasty, those chips, though. Has to be said. See the colour of these scraps? That's beef dripping. People seem to, they've gone to other chippies in Wakefield and they've had a very dark batter. And they put it down to just beef dripping. It's not the beef dripping. It's the, I've mentioned it before in other videos. It's not the beef dripping. It's the darkness is their choice of batter, choice of flour mix and everything. And beef dripping will look more often than not just like any other cooking medium on the batter. We've got an Irish curry. Now, I love an Irish curry. It's usually a bit spicier. A bit more flavour go on. Actually, a very fruity one. But it's got a lovely kick. A really nice kick. And the texture's nice too. Get a bit of this fish in there. Mmm. That's a lovely curry. But this is what I wanted to see. Their giant fish sandwich. Yeah, go for them, babes. That's a lot of chips. You're going to save me a couple for when I get in the cab. Right, so this is what I've wanted to see. I saw them making it on TikTok and I thought, you know what? I'm going to have a little look at that. It's their massive fish, chips and mushy peas on a bread cake, bam cake, roll, whatever. And see, get a little cross cut of it. Let's have a look at that. Look at the size of that thing. Oh, it looks fabulous, doesn't it? Let's have a bite of it. That'll be going home. All the chips will be going home. We'll probably have all the chips and probably that. Maybe not that. Maybe that later. Get them in the air fryer and give them a good zap. Well, look at that. That is fabulous. All the crunchy bits around the edge. There's still a little bit of doughiness going on. The fish themselves, absolutely delicious. Just as you like, there's a real freshness there. You know what? This is a delicious sandwich. Wakefield has some cracking chippies in it. This whole area. Yorkshire has some incredible chippies. Some of the best in the country. And there's no shortage of them either. Back to the computer, we're going to look at a few reviews. A low one, somewhere in the middle, a high one, mine. See you there. Wakefield in Yorkshire is packed, and I mean packed, with some incredible fish and chip shops, some famous fish and chip shops. And I was told about the Codfather, so I thought it had to be worth a visit. Anyway, let me do the reviews. 2-star. Fish was nice once the batter was off. That's about it. Batter had an awful texture. Chips were tasteless, and the tartar sauce tasted like it was made by someone who had never had it before. Proper gone downhill since last time. Nowhere near worth the £15 for one meal and sauce. 3-star. Fish and chips were okay, but portions are too big. In my opinion, IMO. Never complain you're getting too much. The next person is probably hoping to get too much. So never complain to get too much. And when it comes to chips and potato scallops and things you can reheat, save them. Put them in the fridge for a day or two. Air fry them. Give them a nice crisping up the next day for another meal. If you have to, take someone with you and share the meal. But there was a lot of chips, that's for sure. And we had them yesterday. And it was the day before we did the review. 5-star. My first time trying this place, and wow, it was amazing. Very friendly and pleasant staff, amazing food, and at a good price too. I cannot fault this place at all. This is definitely my favourite place for fish and chips now. Mine. 4-star. Having heard so much about the Codfather and having seen several well-received TikTok videos showcasing the inner workings of the shop, I had to satisfy my curiosity with a visit. At first glance, the shop is a spacious, standalone building with dedicated parking at the front and ample street parking on a quiet side road. Inside it is roomy, clean, and well organised, with pleasant, uniformed and friendly staff ready to take the order. The special fish, which was haddock, was quite large but a bit of a letdown due to the beef dripping not having a chance to drain before serving, which resulted in a lot of excess grease soaked through the paper and leaving the batter damp in places. Not all places, in places. The same applied to the chips, which, regardless, were plump, tasty and plentiful. However, the batter on the fish was flavourful. What stood out the most was the quality of the fish itself. Fresh, white, plump and delicious. This wasn't just the case with the special fish, but also with the massive fish, chips and mushy pea bread cake, barm cake, roll, whatever, with the fish cooked to perfection. Thick and flaky. The Irish curry sauce, although a little on the sweet side, still had a pleasant kick to it and was packed with flavour. There was plenty of it too. Cooking in, beef dripping, hygiene rating 5, card or cash, fish reviewed, haddock. Yeah, if you're anywhere near there, call in, get yourself a good meal, some friendly staff. I also want to thank everyone that helped the Chippy Tour get into a lot of the national papers this last week and magazines and online news articles. It was a bit of a shock, but very welcome. It sort of makes me feel like we're actually getting out there, getting somewhere, and getting the Chippy Tour. And the purpose of the Chippy Tour, to spread the word about fish and chip shops, our traditional fish and chip shops, get people out, supporting them. That's what the Chippy Tour is all about. It's not just another food review channel, not by a long shot. So anyway, we'll see you on the next one.
The Chippy Tour, cruising the coast, can't ignore. With every bite, I'm loving it more. Saving the chippies, that's what I'm for. Yo, I hit the road, got salt in my veins. From London to Scotland, through sunshine and rain. Fish and chips in my hand, it's a noble quest. Supporting the classics, yeah, I'm doing my best. Met a bloke in Troon with a temper of squid.